So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, when we decide that we want to do what it takes to become a successful man, financially successful, we have to understand that there are certain nuances of success that we all have to acclimate ourselves to, which means that there are certain problems that come with money. More money, more problems in essence. And one of those problems is being sought after as a means of comeuppance by not only unscrupulous characters in business, but also unscrupulous women who view you as a possible 18-year pathway to the bag. When you think about these things, you have to understand that the main issue is the level and quality of people that you deal with. You have to make sure that in business, you're only dealing with people who understand business, who have a proven track record in business, and who have proven themselves in business. It's kind of like even on this platform, there are many guys who reach out to me and want to collab, but sometimes these guys have 100 subscribers. Sometimes these guys have, been on the platform for a month. And the thing is, that would make no sense for me to do because you have to be willing to put in your work in order to get to a certain level. The same thing with women. Why would I deal with a woman on a certain level if that woman has not shown that she can be a self-contained unit, that she can at least sustain her own life? She doesn't have to be a baller. She doesn't have to, be able to afford the finer things in life. She doesn't have to be on my level financially, but she needs to have proven that she can sustain her own life by at least living on her own. Somebody sent me a video from rapper Yella Beezy, and he's just left court taking a paternity test for another child that proves to not be his, simply because these women see him as a bag and they just go and file paternity papers against him. Like, these women can just pick a guy and say, that's the guy that I want to take care of my child. And what they're hoping is that you don't respond, so the court can hold you in the child support version of contempt of court and issue a judgment of child support against you. This woman is hoping she can get a bag from a man who she knows is not her child's father. You see, more money, more problems is real. And the only thing you can do is learn to navigate these problems in the most effective manner. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the basics of becoming a successful man is to understand that people don't view you the same. People can support your rise, but those same people won't support you the same once you've arrived. So your crew is probably going to change a little bit, or their intentions are. The type of women you deal with must elevate as you elevate. You can't continue to deal with women on the millionaire level that you dealt with when you were, working a job somewhere, or when you were, just cracking, $30,000 a year. You can't deal with the same women because they don't understand a man who's on your level. It's hard to have people around you who understand what the success means outside of the money. But let's take a listen to this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Within the last year and a half, child support papers about something and somebody I don't know. Hey man, y'all gotta stop that. Get a new hustle, man, for real. Cause that's just crazy, bro. Like, y'all, for one, y'all hyping these kids up. Then when they find out that I ain't the daddy, you gotta lie to them again on why you thought it was. Man, I ain't never met y'all. The ladies from last time, a couple months ago, I ain't never met. I ain't never hunched on you. This lady I ain't never met. I ain't never hunched on you. You say I met you in college. I didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying? I went to community college, and that was across the street from the school I graduated from, so that don't even count. That was like a 13th grade. I don't even, just leave me out of that for real. I'm tired of taking DNA tests, and y'all know this ain't my, I don't even know y'all. Like, get another hustle, man. Like, I'm gonna get on it every time. Like, y'all just need to stop that, bro. Like, it's taking time out of my day. My kids look identical to me. Just put it like that. None of them kids look.
Now, what you hear is a man who is just exasperated by women who are knowingly, wrongly pursuing him for paternity of their child. We're talking about women he hasn't even been with. Do you understand how a system is set up where a woman could even go do that without a penalty? There is no penalty for a woman saying, I know he's not my child's father, but I want him to pay child support. And that should be obvious. This has been going on for years. Producer Timberland was married to a woman who had a child before he met her, and he ended up having to pay child support for that child when they divorced. See, the reality of the scenario is this, man. You have to understand that the majority of women you interact with when you're successful are trying to figure out how to come up. Even the ones who are already up are trying to figure out how to come up. See, a lot of us don't know that Kim Kardashian only became who she was and blew up and became the billionaire she did because of Kanye's guidance and tutelage. Kanye turned her into that. He shaped her into that. He capitalized on the steam she already had from simply being a socialite who had a sex tape out. And she went right along with it, even though she knows it's not what she wanted to do. You know why? Because women want to be able to come up. And no woman can ever come up without a man the way she can with a man. Even Oprah. If Oprah had a strong man guiding her, she wouldn't be stuck at $3 to $4 billion for 10 or 15 years. By now, she'd be worth $10 billion, $15 billion. But these women see you as a come up, and they want to be able to put their hand in your bag, even if they don't deserve it. Now, am I saying if you have a child, you shouldn't take care of it? No, if you have a child, you should take care of it. And here's the thing, and this gonna rub some of y'all the wrong way, and y'all might unsubscribe. If you have a child and you don't take care of it, then you should be put on child support. A man like that deserves to be punished, and child support is punishment. But this situation where women simply pick a man and say, I was in the vicinity of that man. I was at his show. He did a walkthrough at the club and I was there. I took a picture with this man. That's why these celebrities have to understand, man, you can't just be out here taking pictures with a whole bunch of random chicks. You can't be doing it because, yeah, you can win in the end, but why have to go through this? Taking time out of your schedule. You got to sit in a courtroom that you shouldn't even be in and defend yourself against an accusation that shouldn't have even been brought against you. You men have to understand that women don't care how their actions affect you. They really don't. And you have men out here perpetuating that every man should embrace single mothers. And I'm telling you like this, if you do embrace a single mother, that's your choice. But you had better make sure that her intentions are pure. You had better make sure that the pet peeves you have for a woman are met by her. You had better make sure that any ulterior motive has been gleaned from her mind and you know what her true intentions are. There are steps to doing that. I won't share them here because that game is to be sold, not told. And so I'll write it and sell it to you if you want to know it. But any woman you meet, let's not act like single mothers are the only women who are taking men to the cleaners. We know about the Me Too thing. We know about all of these. You can't even speak to a woman anymore. You can't even say anything to a woman anymore. Why? Because of situations like this. You say something to a woman, you hang out with a woman, and a woman can, man, listen, there are stories where a woman was hanging out with a man, went home with another man, and then blamed the man she was hanging out with for assaulting her. That's not much different than a woman having a child with another man and saying, but that man ain't got no money. That man does have money. Let me say this is his child. And it's simple as things like, well, that baby kind of look like Yella Beezy. Does it really? Okay, you're right. Yella Beezy is my baby daddy. That baby kind of look like Dr. B.O.A. Look just like Dr. B.O.A. Look at that mean look on his face. Okay, you're right. Dr. B.O.A. my baby daddy. Oh, look at that baby. That baby is tall. Look at that. That baby look like AMS. Okay, you're right. This is AMS's baby. Oh, woo, I touched that baby. That baby is cold. That baby might be Stephen's Cold baby. You know what? You're right. Stephen's Cold is my baby daddy. This is the type of things that men have to deal with. When you get to a certain level of notoriety, fame, success, financial increase, there are going to be unscrupulous characters who are doing everything in their power to put their hand in your bag. And you have to keep in mind that it's your job to use wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and prudence, and a whole helping of logic to navigate these treacherous waters. Because some of the people in your circle, whether your crew or your boo, are going to be the ones who come at you like this. But in the meantime, you have to guard yourself against situations like this. The second time this man has been lured to child support court, paternity court, to defend himself against an accusation of being the child to a mother, to a child, of being the father to defend himself from an accusation of being the father of a child whose mother he has never hunched on. It's crazy out here, man. But this is a lesson to you men. Guard your grill. Guard your bills. Because there are people around you who watch you came up, who watched you come up, who are ready to rob, steal, and even kill, to put their hand in your bag. To the homie Yella Beezy, man, keep your head up, bro. Unfortunately, this isn't the first one. It probably won't be the last one, man. But this is one thing you men have to look to if you're thriving on being successful. And so I say, if you become the most alpha version of yourself, elevate to the high altitude, you'll never have to worry about these things because you'll take your time with these bras. And so even if one is in your life, you will know what her motives are because you ain't gonna rush into nothing with them until you can see through it like a window. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the alpha sphere. Get money division. The place where you transform into a man on a mission.